I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying Kevin Samuels came with this rhetoric, and now everybody's using the rhetoric, and that's fine. But then there's a few people who are using the rhetoric incorrectly, jumping on the bandwagon and not authentically feeling the energy. So I think with everything is like that. Whatever something new comes that people get on, there's a majority of the authentic people, and then there's a majority of non-authentic people. But I think in Kevin Samuels' case, he has so thoroughly perfected the formula and the dialogue of what he's talking about that no one before him has come and perfected it to this degree. And yes, men have been wanting to say this, but they were not articulate enough to say these things. And now that he said it, it is the gospel, and everybody, the whole manosphere has pulled from it. People are making podcasts just responding to just looking at Kevin Samuels' footage. People have made whole podcasts just talking about him talking to a woman. So he's definitely created a culture, and like I said before, he is providing a solution for the black community, and he gets some recognition, but I don't think he gets the recognition that he deserves. And I don't think there's anything wrong with people reiterating his rhetoric. We don't need to come up with new rhetoric. He has defined it and made the formula, and we can use the formula. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like Fresh and Fit and Myron, he goes in using all of Kevin Samuels' ideologies, but the ideologies are true. They're not false, and I mean, we're going to disagree on this, but we're going to go around in circles. The problem is not equal between men and women. It's more on the women. So I don't like when women come and say, but we both wrong. No, but you're more wrong. You are more wrong.
You wouldn't agree with me that the roles have reversed?
I would agree that there are more feminine men and more masculine women today, but I wouldn't say in total the roles have reversed. They're still manly men. Men definitely have less energy, less masculine energy nowadays, because when I talk about it, in my experience, when I talk about it, two women with men around, the men don't back me up.
Yeah. Right. You have a bunch of Will Smiths.
So then I'm fighting the men, I'm fighting the woman, I'm debating with the woman, and they're getting very emotional about the things that I'm saying. The men are not backing me up. And then when I say, well, you're only saying that because there's no other men around, it's just me, even though there's three men right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right? And like, these dudes are not, they're pro woman, they're not pro male, I'm pro male. Mm-hmm. And they're just gonna stand there and take the neutral ground, like, I don't wanna, that's what you think, and I think it's fine for us to be equal. But the definition of feminism is someone who believes in equality between the sexes. You don't have to be raising the banner for go females. If you believe in equality between the sexes, you're a feminist.
It's true.
Right? Men should be pro male.
Yeah.
And they're not. So
I would say this. I would say I don't think that it's not that all the blame, right, is being pushed on the women. The reason why it's being highlighted is because a lot of times the women don't want to take accountability. It's like you making the problem worse by just not accepting that, this is the problem that you have to fix it. It's like, go clean your room and you throw a fit, right?
I don't have to clean it. Men will still come and see me.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. But your room needs to be clean, and no matter how much you kick and scream, at some point you're gonna have to clean your room. And that's the minute look, it's just time for y'all to clean your room. We over here trying to clean our room because y'all told us how dirty our room was. So look, we over here trying to clean our room. But y'all room is dirty too. Like, it's a surprise. Like, y'all telling us to clean up our room, that we look in your room like, oh shit, your shit is dirtier than ours.
Mm-hmm.
And then, nah. Be like, don't worry about that.
Both our rooms is dirty. So.
Yeah. So, and that's where it seems like it's so much pressure, because we're just saying, take accountability, admit that y'all fucked up, humble yourselves, and let's try to work this out. Right? Let's do the best that we can, as opposed to a lot of times women saying, it's not my fault. No, I can still do whatever I want whenever. It's like,
and they can. But then deal with the consequences.
Yeah, there's consequences behind that, and that's not the consequences that they want. So we trying to help y'all, you know, get to a better outcome. And by saying what we saying. Because look at the flip side. This is the flip side. Nah, fuck marriage. Imagine we said that shit. Fuck marriage. Do whatever y'all want to do. Bust it wide open. Give us all the pussy y'all want. Like, don't try to stay with one dude. Fuck with mad different niggas. Imagine we was promoting that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Then what? Like, then we would be popping like that. Then that would be okay. Or
you saying if the men was promoting that?
Yeah, if the men, because remember, we promoting fix yourself, fit, feminine friend, all that. Let's stop, stop just...
They would be okay with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that doesn't make them look at themselves. You saying you gotta be fit, that means I gotta go work out and get the gym membership out and stop eating. I gotta have discipline. I don't wanna do all that. I just want you to take me as I am.
So my point is that this is showing you that we care about you. Right? Because the things that we saying, I know. That's where they missed the big picture, because if we didn't care, we'd be like, fuck it. Get this money, give me some pussy, give whoever you else want, because it don't matter, it's a free for all. Just do whatever y'all want to do, no discipline, no structure. That's what it's about. If that was the message that we was trying to, then how would it be? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if we say that, they would have a problem with it, because we saying it. Oh, how you gonna, that's the problem with black people.
All you want is pussy.
Yeah, all y'all want is pussy. So it's like you can't win. You feel what I'm saying? So how do you navigate that?
You be a man and you tell the truth.
Facts.
And if you don't like it, you just don't like it. You get your feelings hurt, But we just keep telling the truth.
Did you know that people who struggle with self-acceptance usually lack commitment ability? Like they're always late, they can never stay. Like they'll sign up for something and be like, yeah, we could do this, and then later on they don't stick with it. They procrastinate a lot.
And you said that's because of what?
Lack of self-acceptance. Lack of self-acceptance. People with that have commitment issues, and not even with relationships, just in life. Period. Okay. They can't commit to anything.
So that would fall hand in hand with the woman having, not accepting how they really are, and a lot of the young men. The weight issue maybe might be connected to that. The way people or the way men feel about marriage changes to how they go up the economic ladder.
That's true. I agree with that.
I mean, niggas that's broke don't give a fuck about the marriage. Like,
they just worried about
trying to get the bitch for Section 8.
Today and tomorrow, yeah.
Trying to find a chick for Section 8.
Yeah.
They try to survive. People who are living tend to try to live the best life they can live. And that's not a life by yourself. That's sharing it with somebody and building and having a retirement and having a house together. Having the kids come over and send them to college, and that's what people want to do one day.
And it's odd because both of my aunts have been married for years, but they are masculine.
That works. A masculine woman and a baby male works. That's
why I was saying, like, the roles have been reversed so drastically. It's like a lot of these men are, I don't know if they like conform to it or
So don't you think that Kevin Samuel's philosophy is causing men to be in their more masculine frame?